She was the most widely revered of the Greek goddesses, Artemis of the wild lands, mistress of the animals, and the goddess of the hunt. Artemis, the great Olympian goddess of hunting, wilderness, and wild animals, was often depicted carrying a bow and arrow. She was the protector of all wildlife and wild lands. The Wild Sheep Foundation's Artemis Award recognizes an outstanding Wild Sheep Foundation woman member, leader, and hunter who has made significant contributions to wildlife, wild lands, wild sheep, and other mountain game. And like her Olympian goddess namesake, has demonstrated her commitment and leadership towards the hunt and the game pursued. Artemis Award nominees must demonstrate their qualifications as a hunter, a regular contributor and volunteer to the Wild Sheep Foundation and/or the Wild Sheep Foundation's chapters and affiliates, an active participant in on-the-ground work projects benefiting wild sheep and other wildlife, a role model for other women in the outdoors, a leader in the active promotion of ethical hunting, and in particular, sheep and mountain game hunting. Once nominated, the candidate will forever maintain the prestige and recognition as an Artemis Award nominee. The Wild Sheep Foundation salutes and appreciates the role women are playing today in promoting our wildlife and hunting heritage.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Artemis Outstanding Woman Conservationist Award, Pauline Rupp and 2014 Artemis Award winner, Kelly Thornton.
On behalf of Sitka Gear, we are very proud to be the sponsor of the Artemis Award, an award that we, as an organization, are honored to support. The women's movement within our hunting community is not only a social change we are excited about, but this movement is something that we are completely committed to and have dedicated an incredible amount of resources to launch our women's collection. Thank you to the Wild Sheep Foundation family for this opportunity to celebrate an outstanding woman conservationist. The Wild Sheep Foundation has received a number of outstanding nominations for 2017 Artemis Award, and each and every one of these amazing women are well deserving of such an honor. Our 2017 recipient has been a member of the Wild Sheep Foundation family for nearly 20 years. From the time she was a small child, she possessed a love with the great outdoors through the exposure of camping, backpacking, fishing, and hunting, made possible by her parents. A native from the Pacific Northwest, paired with her outdoor passion, is the reason her roots were kept grounded, where she eventually met her husband, a man who shared his love for hunting and fishing with her. Together, over the next 3 decades, they have traveled the world. Her hunting has expanded into big game, chasing majestic rams, goat, elk, and mule deer. She worked as a camp boss and a chief cook for over 20 years in the Missouri River Breaks. Over the years, she's joined numerous hunting and wildlife conservation organizations, contributing countless hours and energy, volunteering for an incredible list of on-the-ground work projects and conservation initiatives, in particular, her service with the Montana chapter of the Wild Sheep Foundation. She has captured and transplanted hundreds of wild sheep. She has volunteered for the National Wild Sheep Foundation and has served on several convention committees, always offering a help and always having a smile. In 2004, she faced her greatest challenge. She was diagnosed with breast cancer with a very aggressive treatment plan, spanning over a 9-month period. Although physically and mentally drained, true to her character and her spirit, she became a survivor, and she remains cancer-free today. Following her treatment, she and her husband continued their pursuits, and in 2013, she completed her finale. She is a role model and an outstanding ambassador for women.
On behalf of the Wild Sheep Foundation, the Board of Directors, and the Artemis Awards Committee, it is my pleasure, and Kelly's pleasure, to present to you the 2017 Artemis Award winner, Mrs. Cindy Atchison.
Thank you. It was an honor to be nominated and an even greater honor to be chosen. I have to first thank one person, my husband of 35 years tonight, for helping my dream come true. I always hunted as a child, but I guess I was a meat hunter. I never knew anything about horn size or anything. They transplanted some sheep with the help of my husband near our home, where it was his family's hunting ground, and I drew a tag, one of two, for my bighorn, and I was hooked. That was it. Elk were no longer a big deal. A cow elk served more purpose than a bunch of horns, but sheep are my passion. I have a lot of people to thank besides my husband, Jim Kodrowski, Dallas and Duchik, and a very good friend of mine, Mr. Victor O'Farrell, and the Wild Sheep Foundation for always instilling the passion and the reason to be a conservationist and giving you a reason to enjoy it. And this whole room, I feel like I have the biggest family I've ever had. It's an honor. Thank you. I'm very, very honored, very humbled, and my latest adventure for my ibex with Jose Mallow was a true hoot, and let the journey begin and keep going. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Wild Sheep Foundation, Cindy, we learned that you are not a life member of this organization, and that is such a crime. So we want to make sure that you are the latest new member of the Wild Sheep Foundation life membership.